Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. And off we go from Las Vegas. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They go play fake. Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Not sure I agree with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agree with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Dancing to his left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And this time they were ready for him as they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes flushed out right. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill. 27 yards. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. yards, and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 1st down, Hurts. Left side here to Sanders. Sanders at 1st down, still going. And down right around the 37. So, Charles, first drive here, a little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Running with Howard. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
His throw incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. It's caught by Jackson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Demarcus Robinson, 33 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Jackson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Hurts. He finds his man, complete. It's Jackson. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And Sanders has got it complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. He'll fire it deep for Rager. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, it's Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is down to 4. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They complete it to Hill. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And some room to work. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 53 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. It's caught by Sanders. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll make it second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They run with Howard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Dorian O'Daniel, third-round pick in 2018, made the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 27-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
On first down, Sanders. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
On 2nd and 11 now, Hurts. He finds his man, complete. It's Sanders. Fast footwork by Sanders. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. He'll buy some time right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Mahomes now on first down. That is pulled in by a diving Kelsey. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Hurts throw there, taken in by Smith. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
The Eagles will take their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. It's caught. Smith. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Another run here with Sanders. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. A give to Howard. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Haven't been a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And he'll go down at the 28.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket, and that is incomplete here.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This is Howard on second down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Nick Bolton there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. They go play action with Hurts. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Sanders. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that
lead. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game,
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of the quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
On 2nd down now, it's Howard, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 60 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And going deep for Hill, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. They'll look to run for him with Williams. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Chris Jones on the stop. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Steps away to his left. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. On 2nd and 9, Hurts got an open man. It's Scott. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Hurts. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 69 yards rushing for him now to this point. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box? And
he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Throwing is Mahomes on third. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They fake the give. Now Mahomes rolling to his right. Looking for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that'll get the lead down to 5. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Well, that's complete to Sanders. Sanders has the 1st down and much more. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Sanders. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Back to throw here. And the Chiefs are going to get him. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Edwards-Helaire, nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
On 1st down, it's Howard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. He finds his man, complete. It's Sanders. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold them to 3 to keep this a 1-score game. They'll try again with Howard. And he stopped immediately there. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Mahomes will throw. Being chased out left. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Mahomes to throw it. Pass complete to Edwards-Helaire. A 1st down and more for Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run for it. And he is not going to reach the goal line. They were forced to go for it down 2, but the defense rises to the occasion, and they hold on to their lead. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.